Hello, this is Lilith Eeckels for TwoPeasInABucket.com. Welcome to the next installment of In the Mood to Scrap, your Tuesday video here at 2Piece. I'm going to be using this mood board to create a layout. I love the soft pastel colors and then the stars, the ruffles in the ballerina dress, as well as the saying. And I created a layout which has all these little aspects: stars, the saying, ruffles, and then that lovely pastel color combination. Now let's just have a look at all the supplies I'll be using. So as base, I'll be using a paper from Heidi Swap, and I've also taken out some tissue paper, some die cut stars and other little star paper clips from the 2Piece shop, the color wash collection from Pink Paisley, as well as some crepe paper brads and some flea market embellishments, these lovely little banners from Pink Paisley, as well as some embellishments from the polka dot party collection. And I also used my cameo to cut out the stars as well as the title. So this title says, "I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night," and I really loved that. And so I recreated the title using fonts and my cameo. Here are some more of the pattern papers from the Pink Paisley collection. And I'll also be needing a water brush and some of the Color Shine mists from Heidi Swap. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create those lovely ruffles that were on the photo of the ballerina. And I'm just going to use some tissue paper here, and I'm going to just glue part of the sheets together and just cut everything to size. And as you can see, I didn't use the tissue paper smooth, so I just crumpled them up a bit. I'm just going to cut my photo down to size, and I'm going to mat that onto some pattern paper just to make the photo stand out. And what I really liked is I wanted to print it out in black and white, but I think I fiddled a bit with the colors, and so it came out a bit peachy pink, the black and white, but it works really well with the colors I've picked here. So here I'm just seeing if I'm not going to mat those ruffles on another pattern paper, but I'm just going to go with my first idea. I'm going to add a few more pattern papers from the 6x6 paper pad, and I'm just going to cut them up using my scissors. So no measuring here, just snipping away, creating layers as I go. Now once I'm happy with the basic design, I'm going to staple all those layers down. And I usually just add 2 staples in the middle just to make sure it doesn't move around too much. I wanted to add more color, and I'm going to use some of the Color Shine from Heidi Swap. I went with one which is a bit more orangey, another one which had that peachy orange color, and then the other one which is called Seafoam, which is this lovely green-blue color, which is also present in one of the pattern papers from the Dear Lizzie collection. And I'm adding a bit of water as I go just to dilute the mist a bit, and going over the pattern paper as well as the tissue paper and the layered element in the middle. The tissue paper does absorb quite a lot of the water and the mists, so I was really careful when applying that not to tear it or anything. And once I was done, I just dabbed off all the excess water and color with some kitchen roll. Before everything was dry, I just lifted up the tissue paper a bit so that there was this element of dimension again. Now, there's a lot of pink going on, and so I wanted to add a bit more of blue, and I really loved these flowers from the polka dot party collection. So I just cut those up. Now in the mood board there are lots of elements referring to stars, and I really like the idea of those three-dimensional stars. So I just cut out a couple of stars with my Cameo and scored really down the middle of the different parts of the star. And once that was done, I could fold those elements together. And this is really easy to do, and you could create larger ones and use them maybe as table decoration with the holiday season, which is coming up as well. So here you can see those flowers that I cut out, and I'm just going to place those stars onto the layout. I really love these little vellum banners from Pink Paisley as well. I really love vellum. I think it's a fun way to add just a hint of detail, and it's a very elegant product as well. I love lots of layers, and so I thought it might be nice to use some of those overlayers I had lying around from Pebbles. And I'll probably only be using one, which has this kind of black tint to it, just to add a bit of contrast. Now the banner from Pink Paisley I cut up, and at first I wanted to use it beneath my title, but that didn't look quite right, so I'll probably be using it a bit differently later on. And I'm going to start arranging the title. I really love the saying, and so I thought it would be nice just to use that as title. Now here I'm just placing them randomly. I'm not too fussy about all the words being really straight. This isn't a straight layout. I haven't measured anything with a ruler or with a cutting machine, so let's just go with the flow here. I really love the idea of mixing the fonts as well, so that's a nice detail you can add to your layout. I wanted to add a bit of that color as well to the title, so I'm just dipping my paintbrush into the mists and going over certain parts of the words. And I started off using the pink and the orange, and then later on I'll just add a bit more of that seafoam mist as well. What's nice about these color shine mists is that you can use them to create the same effects as watercolors, but they have got a shine to them, so they will be this glimmer effect with the mists. There are a few drops that dropped onto my paper, but that's not too much of a problem. Just adds a bit of character as well. So here you can see I'm adding a bit of the blue and just dipping off the excess with some kitchen roll. Now I'm going to add those stars, and yet again I'm going to add a bit of that color to the stars. I could have left them white, but I found that the contrast was just a bit too much. I wanted to really stay in those pinks and peaches with the hints of blue. And I wanted them to stand out just a little bit more, so I used some of the color shine directly onto the stars, and as they were just a little bit wet from the paintbrush, the color just absorbed itself into the stars. Here you can see I'm layering those little vellum banners just beneath, and now I'm going to add those stars, and I'm using foam dots because gluing these down is a bit tricky, but if you add a foam dot to one of the corners, you can easily adhere them to your page. I'm just going over the layout with my kitchen roll because some of the color shine hadn't dried just yet. And I'm going to add a couple of details. some little embellishments just to add a bit of interest, a bit more movement to the layout as well. So here I'm adding a couple of little enamel dots. So yet again, I'm using more of the lovely aqua blue. Okay, I don't want the layout to be too pink. And here I'm just adding a couple more embellishments. These are just a few labels that have more of that lovely aqua color in them. And as you can see, because I only stapled my layers down, I can add all these little stickers and embellishments to the side. And it's really easy. I don't have to start lifting anything up. Here I'm going through this Pebbles sticker sheet and just seeing if I can use any of those stickers. And here are some of the frames from the Polka Dot Dear Lizzie collection. And yet again, because I love little layers, I'm just going to slip that beneath the central design. And here I'm just cutting the frame in half so that I can use it on both sides. That's a nice, fun way to use your products and just cut them in half if you don't need the whole element. A couple more embellishments here. I'm using a little camera which has the same colors and also added a little heart. And I'm also going to use one of these brads. There is one with a silhouette of a girl or a lady, and I thought that would work really well with this the self-portrait I made of myself. I'm just going to fold over one of the corners of the tissue paper, just a hint of detail, and there you have it. The layout is complete. I hope my mood board inspires you. I hope the stars, the ruffles, and maybe the title will help you create your own layout. I can't wait to see your creations in the gallery, and thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.